So we have an exponential equation with the variable being x, the exponent being x, and we are supposed to find the value or values of x. So we start first by simplifying the equation we have, and according to the laws of indices, if we have a to the power minus n is the same as 1 over a to the power n. So what we have here can actually be made into this. So we have 2 to the power x minus 5. This whole side becomes 1 over 2. The exponent becomes positive, equals 10. And then what we have here becomes quite complex, so we'll need to substitute a variable in place of the 2 to the power x. So let's say 2 to the power x is equal to m. In that case, we have all this being m, so that will be m minus 5 into bracket 1 over m equals 10, and that can be simplified as m minus 5 over m equals 10. Now we can multiply through by m. Multiplying through by m, we have m times m minus m, 5 over m equals m times 10. Finally, we have m squared minus this takes care of that, 5 equals 10m. And rearranging all, we have m squared minus 10m minus 5 equals 0. Now this we have is a quadratic equation, which is any equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In this case, our a is equal to 1, our b will be equal to minus 10, and our c will be equal to minus 5. Using the quadratic formula, we have m being equal to minus the b value plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So applying this formula, our m will be equal to, our b is minus 10, so we have minus 10 plus or minus square root, this side becomes minus 10 squared, which is our b, minus 4, a is 1, and c is negative 5, all over 2 times our a, which is 1. So m will be equal to 10 plus or minus square root 10 squared will give us 100, because the negative will turn to positive because of the square, minus 4 times this 1 is 4 times the 5 will be 20, and because of the negative we have minus 20 all over 2. So our m will be equal to 10 plus or minus root of 120 over 2. So m will actually take two values, that is when we consider the positive and the negative forms. So m will be equal to 10 plus root of 120 over 2, or m will be equal to 10 minus root of 120 over 2. Okay, so moving on, our m will be equal to 10 plus this whole thing is 2 root of 30 all over 2, or m will be equal to 10 minus 2 root of 30 all over 2. So m is actually 10 over 2 plus 2 root 30 over 2, or m will be equal to 10 over 2 minus 2 root 30 over 2. M will be equal to 5 plus root 30, or 5 minus root of 30. But we were actually working with 2 to the power x, and we said 2 to the power x is considered as m. So since 2 to the power x equals m, then it means 2 to the power x is equal to 5 plus root of 30, or 5 minus root of 30. Now we have an exponential equation, and since we cannot derive a common base for either side, we can introduce logarithm. So introducing log to both sides for this one here, we are going to get something like this. Log 2 to the power x equals log into bracket 5 plus root of 30. So that becomes x log 2 equals log 5 plus root of 30. That is because for logarithm, when you have log of a to the power n, it can be rewritten as n log a. So what we have here is actually correct. So finally we have x. We can divide both sides of the equation by log 2. This takes care of that. X will be equal to log of 5 plus root of 30 over log 2, which is approximately equal to we have to also go on to look for the other value of x. So let's take a look at that one. We can say log of 2 to the power x equals log of 5 minus root of 30, and that would be x log 2 equals log 5 minus root of 30. We divide both sides by log 2, and x will be equal to log 5 minus root 30 over log 2, which is approximately. Looking at the other side, our 2x will be equal to 5 minus root of 30, and taking log of both sides, we have log 2 to the power x equals log 5 minus root of 30. That gives us x log 2 equals log 5 minus root of 30. We divide through by log 2, and x will give us a value which is undefined. That is because the root 30 will give us a value which is greater than 5. So when you subtract, you get a negative value, and you cannot take the log of a negative number. So this answer is actually undefined. So that means our real answer is x is approximately equal to 3 points.